What's great about the iPhone is that if you want to check snow conditions on the mountain, there's an app for that. If you want to check how many calories are in your lunch, there's an app for that. And if you want to check where exactly you parked the car, there's even an app for that. Yep, there's an app for just about anything, only on the iPhone.
Sure, it can take on huge loads. Of course, it has steam and can save water and energy. But that's not what makes it a Maytag. With commercial-grade components, like a heavy-duty metal base and durable metal drive system, the new Maytag Performance Series washer and dryer. Built strong to last long.
Tell me about it.
Get up to 3 years of free Tide coupons by mail with the purchase of select Maytag laundry pairs, now through the end of February.
Did you get the file I sent?
Yeah, let me put you on hold for a sec. All right, I'm back.
Trying to spice up your day?
Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's.
Pepper in some choice with Chili's Triple Dipper Dinner. Choose your 3 dippable favorites, like our new Chicken Crisper Bites, Big Mouth Bites, and classic Southwestern Egg Rolls. You have 9 craveable options to choose from. Come in today to build your perfect meal. Only $9.99. Chili's. Pepper in some choice.
Remember me?
The world's greatest detective is back.
It's Clouseau again.
This Friday.
What is the password? Hamburger, 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 hamburger.
Say it like Clouseau.
What? Woof. Hamburger.
Steve Martin.
Good one. Thank you.
The Pink Panther 2.
Clouseau.
Opens Friday. Rated PG.
The relationship you have with your car isn't so different from your other relationships. Some burn hot and fast, but don't last very long. Some burn for a while, but don't throw much heat. And some smolder beautifully for a long, long time.
One by one, heroes are being captured.
Just gonna round us all up, get rid of us?
We got the first one.
Where are you taking them?
Tomorrow, they'll discover
We're gonna make an unexpected landing.
the most super of all powers is working together.
Where are you?
I'm in New York.
Hello, Peter.
Do you have a power? Like a special ability or something?
Yeah.
It's a message from Destiny.
Tomorrow night,
You wanna live? Get in.
Heroes is back
We bring the fight to them.
with a fresh start.
What's wrong with trying to live like normal people?
The new episodes of Heroes start tomorrow at 9/8 Central on NBC.
This week, during the NBC Thursday Comedies, Subway brings you another fresh first, a preview of the new Will Ferrell movie, Land of the Lost.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
The Subway Any $5 regular foot-long event gives you a taste of the funniest movie this summer, Land of the Lost.
Just trying to be still.
This Thursday on NBC.
TurboTax presents Money on Auto Repairs.
What's the verdict?
New brakes and rotors.
Don't worry, pal. All you need is a big tax refund.
Precisely. Use TurboTax. They make it easy to get the maximum refund, guaranteed. It automatically looks through over 350 deductions. It even finds ones you may have overlooked.
That's just what I need.
You also need one of these.
No, that is not what I need.
TurboTax. Choose easy. Find out more at TurboTax.com.
When you're on treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, everyday things can still be tough to handle. Can you open this? Pull this? Grasp this? Oh, yes, I can. What about you? If you think your treatment isn't helping enough, ask your rheumatologist about Orencia. It's an RA treatment that's proven to make a difference for many patients, including those who weren't helped enough by other treatments, relieving the symptoms of RA and controlling the advance of joint damage.
Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious infection. Orencia can cause serious side effects, including serious infections. Certain cancers have been reported. Tell your doctor if you are prone to or have any infection like an open sore or the flu. If you have a history of COPD, a chronic lung disease, Orencia may worsen your COPD.
Tell your doctor about the challenges you face every day with RA. Ask about Orencia and see if you could be saying, "Oh, yes, I can."
Ladies and gentlemen, Flight 152 is now boarding to Honolulu.
Check, check, check. Business class.
Boarded, man.
Safety check.
This in here, and we're out of here.
All right, let's get the show on the road, boys.
Buckle up, dudes.
Close it up.
I'm tracking the luggage guys on screen.
Loading.
Lights. Stage.
Roger, you were cleared for takeoff.
Let's rock.
Get more done now. Communicate in less than a second with Nextel Direct Connect. Only on the Now Network.
Gonna try and get inside my head? Go ahead. See if you can push me before I pull the trigger.
Your move.
Critics are calling Push mind-blowing. A must-see. Push is a pulse-pounding thriller that rocks from beginning to end. Push is the first real action film of 2009.
You said the future's always changing, right?
What are you going to go do?
I'm gonna try and make a better one.
Push, rated PG-13, in theaters this Friday.
Don't chalk your glasses yet, because tomorrow Chalk takes you
Into another dimension.
Wow. It's a special 3D episode with action so intense, so fierce, so close.
You're gonna need a crowbar to pry her off.
Into another dimension.
Chalk in 3D tomorrow on NBC.
Don't tell me you pushed B7.
That guy wanted to buy you a drink. I already have a drink. Do you think he'd buy me mozzarella sticks?
What are you doing here?
You butt dialed me with your cell phone.
I think what I'm saying to you is, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I wouldn't have sex with you if I was starving and your wiener was a ham sandwich.
It's on, Brad. It's on. Best night ever.
Ah, progress. Can you smell it? Hi, I'm Leslie Knope from the Pawnee, Indiana Parks Department. Our new president has committed to changing America, and I've committed to changing this abandoned pit into a beautiful park. Our task is hard. Our budget is small. Our will is strong. I'm sorry, is this a human bone?
From the people who bring you The Office, Amy Poehler in a new comedy. Parks and Recreation, coming Thursdays to NBC.
Got some spare time? Log on to NBC.com for Office webisodes, Dunder Mifflin Infinity, games, and Adventures with Angela on NBC.com.
Coming up right after The Office.
Mad Money advice you can't miss.
Worry about health care. Find a way to get health care.
What you need to do in these tough economic times.
Super Bowl highlights and post-game reaction after the...
Oh, how much are these?
No, those aren't for sale.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mom's a little crazy about her antiques.
Antiques, they're rollover minutes.
Yeah, from like 6 months ago.
But they're still good. You know, saving minutes saves money, and these days we can't afford to be wasteful. Not everyone gets to keep their unused minutes.
Oh, cool. Beat it, kid.
Only AT&T's Family Talk with Rollover saves your family's unused minutes, and saving minutes saves money. This Valentine's Day, buy a Propel and get one free after mail-in rebates.
Welcome to the Double Stuff Racing League Clash of the Titans. Mannings versus Williams.
You rookies ready for this?
Ready, set, lick.
Oh man, there's blimp in my milk. Get in on the action at DSRL.com.
Chuck in 3D. All new tomorrow at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Live from Studio 7E in Rockefeller Center. This is News 4 New York.
The streets of Pittsburgh tonight after Super Bowl 43 and a singular feat by the world champion Steelers. Good evening. Super Bowl history was made tonight in the final seconds of a nail-biting battle in Tampa. Not only did the Pittsburgh Steelers bring home a record 6th Super Bowl trophy, but their colors will shine on the top of the Empire State Building.
That's right. We have team coverage now. Bruce Beck is live in Tampa at the big game. DeMarco Morgan watched the action with fans in Hoboken, New Jersey. First, though, we begin with Len Berman.
Well, thank you, Darlene. And Chuck, I thought there was no way you could top last year's Super Bowl, but I think they just might have done it. What a seesaw. And in the end, the Steelers win their record 6th Super Bowl title. And it was quite a scene before the game in Tampa. Real heroes. The captain and crew of U.S. Airways Flight 1549, getting a huge ovation from the crowd. And there was no shortage of heroes in the game. At the end of the half, with the Steelers up 10-7, but the Cardinals knocking on the door, James Harrison picks off Kurt Warner at the goal line. And the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year rumbles down the field, breaking tackles, going all the way, a 100-yard touchdown, the longest play in Super Bowl history, and a 17-7 Pittsburgh lead. Now, after trailing 20-7, the Cardinals rally late, down 20-16, under 3 minutes to go. Kurt Warner hits Larry Fitzgerald over the middle. He's gone. 64 yards. Fitzgerald's second touchdown. Suddenly, Arizona had the lead, 23-20. Could it be? No. Ben Roethlisberger orchestrates an 8-play, 78-yard drive, 6-yard touchdown pass to Santonio Holmes with just 35 seconds left. He did get both feet down. That's the game winner. Holmes was the MVP. 27-23 the final. The Steelers winning a dramatic Super Bowl. And Bruce Beck taking it all in Tampa. Bruce.
Led last year, Plexico Burress caught the game winner for the Giants with 35 seconds to play. Tonight, Santonio Holmes scores the game winner with 35 seconds left. And for the second time in 4 years, the Pittsburgh Steelers are Super Bowl champions. Here's a post-game reaction.
I said to him that I wanted to be the guy to make the plays for this team. I wanted to continue to be great, and great players step up in big-time games and make plays.
I said, you know what, it's now or never, guys. You'll be remembered forever if we do this, and all the film study, all the hard work, all the stuff that everyone talked bad about us about is going to be for nothing unless we go down and do this.
Steeler football is 60 minutes. It's never going to be pretty. Throw style points out the window, but these guys will fight to the end. And I take my hat off to you, and I congratulate every last one of you.
Mike Tomlin becomes the youngest coach to win the Super Bowl. He's only 36. And Len, consider this. The Steelers become the first franchise to win under 4 different presidents: Ford, Carter, Bush, and Obama. Now that's some political football. I'll see you later in sports.
Bouncing well for them. Thank you, Bruce Beck. And coming up in sports, Bruce rejoins me. A lot more to talk about with highlights and reaction from both teams. Sure. Okay, Len.
Well, the parties are going strong around the tri-state area, as you might imagine.
Yes, DeMarco Morgan's live at the Texas-Arizona Bar in Hoboken. DeMarco.
That's right, guys. I think I lucked up with the best assignment of the night. The victory party here is still in full force. As you can see, Steelers fans here just enjoying themselves. But, folks, we got a chance to make our rounds around town. We hit up the Cardinals party and the Steelers. Here's the story. The night started out with lots of cheering. Let's go, Cardinals! And, of course, tons of trash talking from both sides of the Hudson. Arizona Cardinals fans practically took over Sidebar in Manhattan.
We're going to take on the Steelers tonight, and we're going to beat the butts out of the black and yellow.
And Pittsburgh Steelers fans invaded the Texas-Arizona Bar in Hoboken.
They've never been to a Super Bowl. This is their first Super Bowl. They're going to crush like the Buffalo Bills did.
Whatever the case, Super Bowl Sunday was an evening where one team was bound to go home a winner, the other not so lucky. But perhaps the Steelers could claim bragging rights before halftime with an incredible touchdown by James Harrison.
I didn't see it coming, but I like it, you know. I can't complain at all. A great way to end the half.
Get out of here. No chance. Who cares if we even win? We're Cardinals. We're winning everything, and we're Arizona. Go Cardinals.
Both sides, however, could agree on one thing. The halftime show featuring New Jersey's very own Bruce Springsteen rocked.
To the songs he played, I knew all the words, yes.
That was great. I just love seeing that guy. You know, he's gotten older, but he still has the energy.
So, guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but here's the Super Bowl trophy. People here are enjoying themselves. And if you haven't had a place to party tonight, you can still head out here. The place closes at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're live here in Hoboken. DeMarco Morgan, News 4 New York.
Going strong there. Thank you, DeMarco. All right, well, our Super Bowl coverage continues. We'll go back live to Tampa for all the excitement after the big game. And for coverage on the web, please go to our website, NBCNewYork.com.
In other news, 2 people are dead tonight after a hit and run in Queens.
That's right. It happened at Elliott Avenue and 80th Street in Ridgewood. Tom Yamas has more.
When he was leaving last night, I told him, make sure your phone is charged. You know, if anything comes up, call me, I'll come get you.
That was the last thing Queens resident Brendan Ogle told his son Robert Saturday night. Something did happen, but Robert never got the chance to call home.
3 detectives showed up around 6 o'clock, which it's sort of like having the 3 Marines. When you see them, you know it's not good.
A hit-and-run driver killed Robert and a friend, 20-year-old Alex Paul, in the Middle Village section of Queens, 1:30 a.m. Sunday.
What about my son? He was dead at the scene.
Robert and Alex were crossing this intersection after leaving a party. They were headed back to Robert's home when at some point police say Kenneth Guyere, who had just stolen a car and who was drunk, slammed right into the 2 young men. Police caught up to Guyere at the corner of Harbor Road and Woodhaven Boulevard. He allegedly tried ditching the car in the same neighborhood where he stole it.
Tell us what happened.
Guyere was charged with 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter, leaving the scene of an accident, grand larceny, and DWI. Residents who live near the accident in Middle Village say pedestrians are usually safe to walk the streets regardless of the hour.
Very safe, absolutely. Absolutely. You never hear of things like that here.
The deaths come a day after police arrested another hit-and-run driver for nearly killing 2 brothers on Marcy Avenue in Bedford-Stuyvesant.
How do you control out-of-control people?
Ogle, only 16 years old, attended Brooklyn Technical High School. He played football. Brendan Ogle says Super Bowl Sunday was supposed to be a special day for the family.
We even bought a 47-inch flat screen for the basement so he and his friends could come over and watch it today.
In the Middle Village section of Queens, Tom Yamas, News 4 New York.
Newly appointed New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand met with the city's Hispanic leadership in Brooklyn today. It's a community that's voiced concern over her voting. Today, Gillibrand listened to their concerns at the offices of the El Diario newspaper. A week ago, the paper put her picture on the cover with the headline, Anti-Immigrant. Today, Gillibrand said she would consider changing her position on some issues, but would not commit to specifics.
I think on some issues, my positions will change. I think on others, they will become simply broader. But something that I've always believed in is that we need immigration reform in this country that is going to be humane.
The group also wants Gillibrand to urge President Obama to issue an executive order granting amnesty to illegal immigrants. Barack Obama's been in the White House for less than 2 weeks, and tonight in a live interview, Mr. Obama told Matt Lauer he and his family are adjusting well.
It's the best deal of this whole thing is it turns out I've got this nice home office. And at the end of the day, yeah, I can come home. Even if I've got more work to do, I can have dinner with them. I can help them with their homework. I can tuck them in. If I've got to go back to the office, I can. But I'm seeing them now more than any time in the last 2 years, and that's been great for the whole family.
And the president also said he is confident Republicans will come around to support the final version of his economic recovery plan. You can watch more of Matt's interview with President Obama tomorrow morning on Today in New York, starting at 7 a.m.
All right, well, today was the big game, and our Super Bowl coverage continues from Tampa, Florida.
But first, a warning about thieves masquerading as utility workers.
Also, a sinking feeling for firefighters in Jersey City. You have to see this video.
And you never know what can happen. I mean, people get laid off. A lot of people are getting laid off.
Our News 4 Jobs Fair continues. How to protect yourself before the axe falls.
And another storm is coming our way that will bring rain and snow, but just how much? I'll have the details coming up on News 4 New York.
One has a steel defense, the other a high-flying offense. Tonight on Mic'd Up, the classic championship battle. Big Ben versus Warner. Mike's got the breakdown on Super Bowl 43. Mic'd Up, brought to you by Verizon Fios. Tonight.
Coraline found a doorway to a fantastic new world.
I'm your other mother.
From the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You think this is a dream come true, but you're wrong.
She's got this world where everything's better, but it's all a trap.
Coraline, rated PG.
Strength is power. Introducing the all-new TL, the most powerful Acura ever built.
Take advantage of attractive lease rates on the 2009 Acura TL for well-qualified customers.
It's better in the Bahamas. Romance all the day. All the hideaways for the lazy days. All the nights the people play. Ooh la la la, ooh la la. It's better in the Bahamas.
You're $200 closer to a Bahamas vacation. Details at bahamas.com/go. Restrictions apply.
Some resort towns shut down when the lifts close, but that's when Park City, Utah is just getting started. The food, drinks, and entertainment flow every night at our over 100 restaurants and bars. Visit parkcityinfo.com to learn more.
Well, take a look at this. A fire truck in a sinkhole in Jersey City. The truck was responding to a report of a water leak at a house on Linden Avenue. Firefighters got out and started walking toward the house. They heard a loud noise and saw the truck slide into the sinkhole, at least partially there. Power crews had to turn off the electricity to more than 40 customers so a crane could remove that truck.
Police in Paramus, New Jersey are warning residents tonight about fake utility workers. They say a man posing as a United Water employee entered a home in Fairview Avenue claiming he had to check the water pressure. The homeowners got suspicious. They asked for identification. The man said he didn't have any and left. United Water said no service was scheduled in the area. Looming presence of layoffs can weigh heavily on any office.
Up next, our For New York job fair. How to protect yourself and your family if you see job cuts headed your way.
Plus, Janice has your Monday morning wake-up weather.
I'm Benjamin. I was born old. I'm sorry. No need to be. There's nothing wrong with old age.
Benjamin Button is the most nominated film of the year with 13 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture of the Year.
It's the story of a man's life from beginning to end and the people who make dents in it along the way.
What David Fincher does is simply extraordinary.
You completely and utterly buy the basic premise that a man could age in reverse. Oh my God.
It's groundbreaking. A state-of-the-art wonder, says Time magazine. It proves clearly anything is possible.
We're going through the life of a human being, so you have plenty of ups and downs.
You never know what's coming for you.
The American Film Institute says it captures the poetry and pain of life. It's not only the best film of the year, but one of the best movies of the decade.
Good night, Benjamin.
Good night, Daisy. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, rated PG-13, now playing.
Hey, I'm Kate. I use Earthlink High Speed. I upload tons of photos every week, email my brother Dave about what music to download, post videos of my Central Park outings with my best friend Elle, buy shoes like there is no tomorrow, like the pair I wore to Sam's art opening. And I round it all off by IMing with Meg about the Broadway shows we go to. I live in the city that never sleeps, and I connect to it at the speed of life. Earthlink High Speed through Time Warner Cable for only $29.95 a month. Call 877-TWC-3546.
It seems that nobody is immune from the recent tidal wave of layoffs. Either you've lost your job or you know somebody who has.
If you have a job but you're concerned about your future, there are steps you can take to prepare just in case.
Andrew Siff tells us how you can go about it.
Even if you have a job, the guy in the next office might not be so lucky.
I mean, you never know what can happen. I mean, people get laid off. A lot of people are getting laid off.
Attorney Mark Levia says he and his wife, a pharmaceutical sales rep, have fresh fears when they're about to buy a new home.
Living in New York City, is the real estate market, are the values of property going to, go into the toilet? Where are we going to be?
You have people who never thought they'd worry about putting food on their table or paying the rent, who are scared now, not worried, but scared in this climate.
And since analysts predict 10,000 New Yorkers will lose their jobs each month in 2009, we asked the folks at LinkedIn, a networking website for professionals, about those who are working but uncertain. What's your advice to someone who still has a job now but is worried?
If you've got that document that's been sitting on your desktop and you haven't touched it in 3 years, now's a good time to make sure that it's up to date and ready to go. Make sure that you build up your network before you even need it. If you're not connected to those people, then it's going to be really hard to lean on them and ask them for help if you are in a difficult situation like a lot of folks are in right now.
Mad Money's Jim Cramer from CNBC tells us to ease anxiety if you don't feel job security, one priority should rise above the rest.
And worry about health care. Find a way to get health care, because the single worst thing that happens in a person's life is they have an economic problem and then it causes health problems.
In the end, experts say it's good advice to have a job hunting strategy even if your job is perfectly safe. After all, in a fragile economy, changing professions might be a good move if a hotter field like, say, renewable energy shows more room for growth than your current job. One of the reasons why people are concerned, 35,000 New Yorkers lost their jobs between August and December, and the forecast is that will continue. But a more optimistic way of looking at things, more than 92% of this city is employed. In Midtown, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
And we posted many of our job fair reports on NBCNewYork.com. Just search job. And don't forget, you can catch Jim Cramer on Mad Money on CNBC. And it's time for the weather. It certainly is. And Janice sitting back right there. Hello there. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Well, we've got a storm coming, which we're tracking. And tomorrow's Groundhog Day, which everybody's wondered, you know, a little groundhog will see his shadow or not. And we hope that he doesn't. But it's going to be tricky. There'll be some sun in the morning. Well, let's take a look outside right now and see what's happening. Not a whole lot. It's mostly clear. Temperatures are in the mid-40s, 47 to be exact, in Central Park. And it was a mild afternoon, and still mild out there right now. Our high today reached 52 degrees after a low of 26. So quite a temperature spread throughout the day. It warmed up even more than we expected, far above the average. It's about time of 38. A lot of that snow and ice, I'm sure, that you may have still had around your yard melted today, certainly. But more cold air is coming in a couple of days, and also a little bit of snow. And we don't see the threat tomorrow. It's mainly tomorrow night into Tuesday, and it all depends on the track of the storm. Right now, the computer models are suggesting that it's going to take the lesser of two evils, and that's the track that keeps the storm offshore with most of the energy, but enough to bring some light accumulations of snow. And when we say light, anywhere from an inch or two possible in most areas into Tuesday. And windy and cold, but we'll keep track of that. Tomorrow we'll have another update. As the system progresses, we're going to see some snow moving in from the west, and that's going to be light stuff with the cold front, but an area of low pressure expected to develop along the front. That'll swing more moisture in, but most of the moisture will be offshore. So we'll see some on and off snow on Monday night into early Tuesday morning, and then things start to wind down across the area on Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures right now range from 27 in Monticello and Sussex to the 40s in the city, and Belmar and Montauk right now is at 40 degrees. A little bit of a southerly breeze there. 30s across the Great Lakes. It's mild to Charleston, West Virginia over to D.C. also in the 40s. Even Ithaca right now is at 41. So there's plenty of mild air across most of the Northeast tonight. With that, we look at this line of clouds back to the west. This is the cold front that's coming, and then all this moisture that's gathering over the southern Mississippi River Valley and the Gulf Coast. That's the moisture that's going to swing in with the low. It's all about timing with this system on when we're going to get everything. And right now the timing says we'll get light snow, starting out maybe with a little light rain in a few areas. So we'll have increasing clouds tomorrow, maybe a little bit of sun, maybe the groundhog will see a shadow early in the morning. And you know what that means. 6 more weeks of winter. That's right, Darlene. Well, at least to the weather lore. Tuesday, chance of snow. Wednesday, some snow flurries, and much colder with highs in the 20s. We're back to 40 degrees by Saturday. And you can get more weather information by tuning into the Weather Channel on cable.
Thank you. I don't care what he says. We care what you guys say here.
Thank you.
All right? Thanks, Janice.
Sure. And we might maneuver a cloud over Staten Island for Staten Island Chuck.
Okay, we'll do that. Chuck. Okay. Not for you, but Staten Island Chuck.
All right, well, when it comes to Super Bowl 43, the party is just getting started for the winners.
And let's take a live look right now at Pittsburgh tonight. Police are out in force now, as you can see some Steelers fans on the streets. It's good to see they're not jaded anyway, and it's kind of getting the old hat there, number 6. Right. Anyway, they'll probably be out partying all night. We'll go live to Tampa also for all the Super Bowl fun next.
One has a steel defense, the other a high-flying offense. Tonight on Mic'd Up, the classic championship battle. Big Ben versus Warner. Mike's got the breakdown on Super Bowl 43. Mic'd Up, brought to you by Verizon Fios. Tonight.
Everyone wants to escape everyday life. You found a shortcut. Located just 35 minutes from Salt Lake City International Airport, you'll find historic Park City, Utah, and the powder-covered slopes of the canyons, Park City Mountain, and Deer Valley resorts. Escape today on any of 48 daily flights from the New York City area, 6 of which arrive before noon. Plus, our Quick Start vacation will let you convert your airline boarding pass into a free same-day lift ticket. Visit parkcityinfo.com to register.
Investing in our infrastructure is important. The roads, bridges, and energy grids that our future depends on. But our future also depends on our children. New York City public school teachers work hard to give them the quality education they deserve. Kids rarely get a second chance. So even in difficult times, investing in our children cannot be put on hold, because good public schools are the foundation of a strong society.
It's time to start driving, America, and your Chrysler and Jeep dealers are doing whatever it takes to get you on the road. Announcing Employee Pricing Plus Plus. America, we're giving you our employee price on every Chrysler and Jeep vehicle. Plus, savings up to $5,000 on remaining 08 models, or savings up to $4,000 on select 09 models. Plus, well-qualified buyers get 0% financing. Get a Chrysler Town & Country for under $21 grand. See your Chrysler and Jeep dealers today for Employee Pricing Plus Plus, and get driving, America.
I just texted Chad. What'd you say? Hey, Chad, what's up? Shut up. Is it Chad?
No, it's Chase. They just texted me back with my checking balance so we know how we're doing.
Text Chase for your balance, and we'll text you back.
Not bad.
Spend smarter.
Come on, ladies.
I'm so over Chad.
Chase Mobile.
That was fast.
Because spending smarter matters. Chase what matters.
2% milk is an imposter. You might think it's low in saturated fat, but one glass has 20% more saturated fat than a small order of French fries. Switch to Smart Balance fat-free milk with omega-3s and vitamin E. It tastes rich and creamy like 2% without the saturated fat. And now try new Smart Balance 1% milk with Heartright. Natural ingredients clinically proven to help reduce cholesterol. It's 100% delicious.
Well, we saw a moment ago in Pittsburgh, we saw the fans still in the streets, still celebrating their 6th victory there, of Super Bowl victory. Of course, the action really was in Tampa for Super Bowl 43. It was quite a day and quite a night in Tampa. Jay Gray is live with all the pre- and post-game highlights for us.
Hey there, Chuck. Yeah, what an amazing day here in Tampa. What a game, what a finish. I know Bruce Beck has told you a lot about what happened on the field. Let's take a look at how the day started.
Hey, Keith and Andy. Thanks for coming and enjoy the game.
You can't get in without a ticket, so hours before kickoff, brokers were cashing in.
We've sold more than double the amount of tickets this year's Super Bowl than we did last year.
The average price of a game day purchase, $2,400, the second lowest in a decade. On game day, there's no question about who has the strongest defense.
Out of the bag.
Pre-game security was intense.
Best rated to the right.
Inside Raymond James Stadium, the energy was turned up early. Fans shared a bond made of steel. Others were birds of a feather. Everyone fired up for the big game. Even Dan O'Connor, who traveled from Pittsburgh to sit here.
Another row back, we'd be out of the stadium.
Please welcome the crew of U.S. Airways Flight 1549.
Before the players took the field, the crew that safely landed a crippled jet on the Hudson River was honored. And Jennifer Hudson delivered goosebumps in her first performance since her mother, brother, and nephew were murdered in October. But as the sun set over Tampa, the attention quickly turned to the main event. The first half was tight back and forth until the last play, a Super Bowl record 100-yard interception return for a touchdown, giving the Steelers a 10-point lead. The excitement continued with the boss taking control of the field for a rocking halftime concert. The fireworks continued in the second half. What a game! The Steelers, with a miracle, come from behind win in the final minute for a record 6th world championship.
as he likes to. Just over 2 minutes remaining.
And now a look at the front page of the Pittsburgh Tribune Review. The Pittsburgh area already celebrating, and the celebration here surely will last well into the morning after what was a win in one of the best Super Bowls in NFL history. Live in Tampa, I'm Jay Gray. Chuck, Darlene.
Jay, Len Berman here wants to know if that concert by Bruce at halftime was as spectacular in person as it looked on television.
You know what? It was unbelievable. It was amazing to see not only the performance, you know, he always puts on a good show, but just everything surrounding it. The stage, the fireworks, the screaming fans that were all bussed in to get down on the field. Yeah, it was pretty overwhelming.
Okay, high energy. Thanks a lot.
All right, well, Len and Bruce, our Bruce, not the boss, have your highlights and post-game reaction next.
Closed captioning provided by Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
It's better in the Bahamas. Romance all the day. All the hideaways for the lazy days. All the nights the people play. Ooh la la la, ooh la la. It's better in the Bahamas.
You're $200 closer to a Bahamas vacation. Details at bahamas.com/go. Restrictions apply.
Every man is champion of his own legacy, el creador of his own fortuna. That which a man chooses to believe is his reality. That which a man chooses to drink is his destiny. This is not a beer. This is a sword. Wield it with honor, or cut yourself off.
It's time to start driving, America. And your Dodge dealer is doing whatever it takes to get you on the road. Announcing Employee Pricing Plus Plus. America, we're giving you our employee price on every Dodge vehicle. Plus, savings up to $5,000 on remaining 08 models, or savings up to $4,000 on select 09 models. Plus, well-qualified buyers get 0% financing. Get an all-new Dodge Ram for around $21 grand. See your Dodge dealer today for Employee Pricing Plus Plus and get driving, America.
Cable was created in 1948, 6 years before Vince Lombardi became a pro coach, 19 years before the Ice Bowl, 35 years before the USFL, and cable was created 61 years before you bought that flat screen. No wonder you're not getting more HD. Verizon Fios offers over 100 HD channels, including the NFL Network, because unlike cable, Verizon brings 100% fiber optic straight to your home. It's what makes us the network built for HD, with over 100 HD channels. Verizon. This is Fios. This is big.
The Verizon Fios Sports Desk, brought to you by Verizon Fios, the most amazing TV picture and the fastest internet, period.
I'll tell you, we've had two fantastic Super Bowls in a row. So typically, Super Bowls can be blowouts.
A lot of them are boring.
These last two have been just the most exciting. This one, I mean, it was also at the beginning, it picked up.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you the truth. At one point in the third quarter, I was thinking the most exciting part of the Super Bowl was Springsteen at halftime. But then, what an ending. Replete with huge plays. Now, this looked like it was going to go down as one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. Certainly looked like it was the play of the game. End of the first half, Arizona was looking to take the lead, and James Harrison picked it off, went the length of the field, 100 yards. This is a linebacker, bobbing and weaving. What a momentum swing. The Steelers taking a big 10-point lead at 17-7. But after trailing 20-7, Arizona comes all the way back. This play was huge. This is not a complete pass. There was holding on the Steelers, Justin Hartwick, in the end zone, so they called a safety. 2 points for Arizona. Cut the Steeler lead to 20-16. They get the ball back. Kurt Warner finds Larry Fitzgerald. How do they miss him? He outraces everyone. 64 yards, his second score. Cardinals take a 23-20 lead with just 2:37 to go in the game. Remember, all the analysis centered on the great Arizona offense and the Steeler defense, but in the end it came down to the reverse of that because Pittsburgh had the ball. What could they do against the Arizona defense? Here's what they did. Roethlisberger finds Santonio Holmes. The defender fell down. Play went all the way to the 6, and then just 35 seconds left in the game. A catch that will live in the annals of Steelers history.